Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back to another class. Let me check the sound if it's good today. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back. Okay, the sound looks good. The idea of today class is we'll add the products. So to do that, you have to create a table and we have to create the front end, the back end to support products. So as we are building an ERP, every company has a few pillars. Two basic ones are product, that is what we're gonna sell, product or services, depend, and the customers. One is how we make money, and the other one is from where we make money from. So we're gonna have some design discussion, a lot of consideration in a real life situation. This is a very complex thing to deal with. There are business people that is the source of information. There is already like process or application. It's very rare to have a application being built from the scratch like this. Sometimes there is a legacy already. Because even if it's a new company, they already buy some solution out of the market. So what you do here is we're going to start very basic with some information. We're not going to, because usually a product table can have like hundreds of fields, even more. We're going to start like just to show the idea how is to make a domain data table, put some data there and put the CRUD. And of course, along the way, this table is going to grow, it's going to be divided, we're going to have to redesign. That is the difficult part of software. It's very hard, it was very hard to foresee all the details that you're going to need up front, and then you have in already like make everything like perfect in the first row. There is even a big discussion about like what paradigm we should follow. Like there is the famous one, waterfall, that basically we design the entire application, then we implement the entire application, test the entire application, and then we go live. There is something like that came later on to fill some gaps and some issues that call agile, where we do like minimal increments. We get one feature and then we try to go all the way where we can demo to the customer and see how the customer will react, and then we're gonna improve it until we have the final goal. There is pros and cons, and there is a big arguing about which one is the best. I'm kind of think, like everything else, there are trade-offs, and we can get the good thing from both, and maybe come up with something that will be in the middle ground that help us in this project. So, as we are like using AI to do everything, we're gonna try to focus on start basically to have a full thing. I'm gonna ask for some reviews that I like to have in our code, and then let's see how it goes. I want to add the support for products in this project. Could you provide a list of the most important fields for the table? And I would like to have auditing fields on each table, indicating create and update table. Oba, olá, Ítalo, boa noite. Aqui ainda é tarde, aqui, 12h35, mas beleza, obrigado, boa noite. Bom ter alguém aí acompanhando a live. Me faz companhia aí. Avisa aí se tiver alguma coisa. Oh, sorry. Let me know if there is something wrong with the sound. Sorry, guys. Someone just put a comment in Portuguese and then my mind switched, but let's keep it in Hindi. Thank you, Italo. So, create an update and the user. the user as well. One thing that I may change is, I guess, only doing live change is going to make this very slow, and my mind is like focused on this. I have a lot of idea that I like to do, so I maybe have some class to show what I'm doing, but probably going to speed up things in my offline time. So let's see how it goes here. I am thinking about initially 20 fields, 25 fields maximum. Please provide a list with the most common and important ones. And then I say, of course, there are some support tables like product category, images, URL. Let's see how it goes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's very bad, sometimes it's in between. Oh, another thing that I'm gonna add later on is we can create a file here that AI can always check, so does not need to be, we don't need to be explained all over again, everything else again. Let's see how it goes. Okay, let's see. Recommended table structure, product category table, primary ID, description, parent category, because there are levels, like there is subcategory, so this is bad, it's good, is active, and then audit fields, create add, create by, update add, update by. Those 4 fields is very common, because then we always have a record who create and when create the record, when updating the last change. The product tables, core product table, primary key, SKU is a very common concept in the industry called stock keeping unit, is a unique identifier, name is product name, description, full description, short description, category ID. Pricing and inventory, price, cost, so price is usually how much we sell, cost is how much we pay for it. And compare at price, original price for discount. I don't even know exactly what that means, but maybe it's just a difference here. Stock quantity, low stock threshold. This is nice because this is how much units you have, and this is what is the lowest we should have before we start to thinking buy new ones. SKU barcode, there's maybe the barcode for the product. Product details, brand, manufacturer, weight unit, dimension, status and visibility is active, always something that you are still finishing the registration. If there is any feature flag on it, this one maybe we don't need now. Status, publish, archive, and visibility. I will tell this, let's ask to remove this. I think we can ignore these fields. And please remember to add the brand, because we have something to ask, like brand and manufacturer. Should we just treat as a string in the product table? Or should we have an extra table because there is multiple products that could have the same brand? The same for manufacturer, like ideally, if you are working in a kind of business that we're gonna have like millions of products, and then most of those products come from the same brand and name, we could say, okay, let's create tables for that. But for now, let's just keep it this way. It's not, later on we can maybe redesign. I can tell you up front that this is one of the biggest costs in software like life cycle, is when you need to do those changes and then you have to do a big maintenance to change like what is already created. For a long time, we learned that software is not, the big price of software is not to build it, it's to make it keep running and adapt to new change or even correct mistakes that we did. So what we're doing here is very risk. We are saying, oh, let's build this way. And for us, it's okay because we don't have a real customer that already has a need. So it's very important that this is clear to everybody. What we're doing here is not exactly how real life applications are built, because we engineers are not the ones that define this information. This must come from the business need. We don't create software just for the sake of creating, unless we are learning. But for real, everything here has to be backed up in information from the business or real life situation. The company is going to tell you, or the business, which field you need. We are start like with some basic because we are learning how to do stuff, and later on we may open the design so can be adapt, new fields can be added, some change can be made. So for now we are taking the conscious decision to say, okay, those things here, brand manufacturer, will be just a string. I could ask to change, but those guys here for me is not clear now. You say, just say status for me is good. So instead, we could say just active, draft, publish, or chat, or maybe just status. So I say to AI, I think we can ignore those fields for now. And then there is some optional tables for tags. Sometimes it's good to have those information because you can create tags and associate with products. And product variant, size, color, style variation, and this can go like this. Sometimes it's a full team. Like when I joined Microsoft, my first team that I got the leadership, I was like people manager, was a product team. Later on, I took price, and is a lot of things there, like thousands of columns and millions of rows. So what we're doing here is a minification, just to be able to deal with the time that we have here. Okay, so for now, I say please ignore those fields. And let's see what it's gonna tell. Yeah, see everything like rating, colors, and like, let's see, core product table, price and inventory, product details. Should I proceed to implement schema? So product table, see more, DB, product. Yes, please. Yes, go ahead. Let's see how this goes. Because so far we are not doing anything that was complicated. It was just a user login, using encrypting, and then JWT token. But now is where the fun really starts, where we're gonna hit the wall with complexity, how we move and how we test and how we make it useful. Let's wait a little bit. There is a lot that is gonna happen here. I trust now. I just keep wherever they suggest. So. The fun thing is those classes could be generated using a tool. I can even ask to generate the command that we need to run to create the entity framework class. But let's see how this is going. Let me keep it. Oh, he's created the files and open it, so it's fine. And like I said, a lot of time we're gonna need patience. And one thing that I do is I keep those videos here, but I don't think I'm gonna be recording anymore like all the change. I'm gonna be doing some offline work, and then I create a video just to explain what was made. I guess it will be a better use of my time, and for this project to go, I guess, in a better pace. I'm still thinking about it, but I think it will be the best for us, for me, and for you that is learning, because this will be kind of time consuming. And my mind is, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. And then, no, let's wait. Sometimes I wait like mid of the night, early in the morning, I want to do something, not the mood to record a video for it. So let's see how it goes. Let's keep this guy, because do you see, there is a lot of time we're going to be just asking and then validating and ask again something that you don't like. And I don't think it's going to be good for the audience for this, but let's see how the class today goes, and then I will decide. And one thing that we have a luxury is that we can, in time, just drop our database and recreate in a real situation where we already have a live, like what they call a legacy system running, the one that is live, and we need to do change. You have to adapt for that. There is a planning just to see how we bring the new change to it. So in theory, everything is good here. One thing that I did is I run this guy, the back end, with the option to watch. However, as the file was being created, we can see all this. So I close this guy and I run again just to see if those errors was because the file was being created and maybe not everything was in line. So we already have a lot of wording here. We can try to, let's see this. Let's see if there is anything pending. It's good. Oh, another thing that, of course, we have to go to the SQL table. There is, where is it? SQL database.sql file. Where is it? Oh, here. So the product table is here. So there is first product categories, and then there is some index for it. There is a product table. We already have in our previous training a class about SQL and database and all that. So here are all the fields. There is a serial, the primary key, and then category ID, serial. Oh, there is the image as well, ID. This is auto increment, and then this is fine. Let's just trust it for now. What will you do? I will connect to our database. Let's go to our, oops, not, I went to the, oh no, this is the right one. Schemas, public, tables. I can delete this here and then rerun, but this script is dropping the table. So what I do, I will copy this guy, I open in our database a new query window, and I run. This is gonna wipe everything that is already there. If the script is correct, we're gonna see that Does not exist, skip and drop, and then I don't see any error. So if we go in tables, wait, we refresh this, we should see all the new tables there. We don't know even if the application is correct running. Let's do a reload. Of course, we don't. Let's do a sign up. There is no user yet. So let's call test@email.com and put the password here. Oh, I guess there is something here that we fixed and then it's back because I think I fixed this during one class and then what happened is, oh wait, test at email.com. Okay, no, never mind. We're gonna go back to that later on, but not now. As you can see, there is some warning here that we need to check this later on. And then let's go here to products. There is no product there. Let's click the add button. So add button is not working. So I don't know if the front end is failing. We can check here. That is the front end. Let me copy this guy, rerun. Oops. No, and I complain here. Okay, we can see that a lot of things was created by looking here, but I can tell nothing is happening after I log in and click. Oh, sorry, there is something here that we asked before. Oh no, that in there. When I click on the products button, I'm being lazy and ask AI, but I should be looking here, open the console to see what is going on, look at the application, but I'm paying, I'm gonna make a Copilot work for me. So let's go. There is a lot of waiting. So looks like it forgot to create the front end. So it was just that, like, remember that I asked to create a placeholder before? And this is where the fun really starts. Okay, let's see if there is any error being reported here. This we have to do with this later on. But let's go. We did the login. Let's reload to make sure. Products. Still nothing. Just for the sake of be sure, let's do this. This is the backend. Let's run .NET run. And let's run this guy as well. There is a reload. Our user is logged. And when we click products, we see this, but now I can tell. The add button, add product button is not working. And by the way, what we could check here is if when we go to products, there is a network call to get all the products. Now let me clean this and then let's go here. Dashboard, products. Yes, there is a back-end call to fetch products, but probably there is nothing there. And then there is an error, probably because of those things. Let's go here, reload, and I can put this there. There is an error. Okay, it found the issue. The code was merged correctly, and let's see if now it will be correct. And don't be surprised if many times you are doing, then your application does not even handle. You have to try to figure out what is going on, and then you have to come here. Maybe because something new was created. I see this. And bring something here. There is a lot of people say that this is a big waste of time, because if you're doing like before, knowing what need to be done and just doing stuff, will be faster than ask AI to do it. And I kind of agree. The reason I'm doing this first is to uncover everything that Copilot, Vibe, and AI has now, explore, and looks like correct. The winter browser can cache issue. Try to restart. Okay, so let's see. Looks like it said, oh, that is good. So what do you do? Let me say, I close this browser. I close this guy. I close this guy. This one is where we started DB, so I could even close this to not confuse us. And now we run again, botnet run for the backend, dot as you do for the front end. Let me change those guys. So it's front end and back end. And now let's go back and open our, let's go here and open our local application. And F12 again. And we can show this. I restarted. Oh no, I forgot something. It's set to do this, to remove this vit.vit file. I don't think that is the case, but let's try. So we go to the front end, we stop it, and then we run this guy. Oh, I have to do as you do. Okay, let's now, then let's try. Nope, so I can say I restart and still see this. Because for many people, what we're doing now is not software engineer anymore. We are playing a game with an agent that is going to provide us something. Is that what the company really need? Is not the best for the company? Or would be better for me to know and then start to do? I agree for something like this, to create like those boilerplate code. For me, I feel is very helpful, helped me a lot. But it's really the first time I'm like doing kind of vibe coding. So it's good because you can see how good it is or how bad it is. How good or how bad. Let me do a reload. Okay, we are there. We are still logging. I go to products. There is no product yet, so maybe you can go to networking. Let's do a cleanup. Move it back, move here, and then we see there is a call to the back end, and the response is not return anything. Now let's go try to add one product, and the button is doing nothing yet. I say the button is still do nothing. Or it still does nothing, I think. I doubt now. Oh, let's see what we got there. Let's see how this guy was created. So backend, front end, source, components, and then bottom. Okay, it found the boot is missing the on click. So look, how much time wasted, and the AI provider is being paid for all this communication. And I realize that sometimes there is a excess of communication because it's token is and I don't know if that's business model, but let's see. Let's reload. Let's go to product. I add a product. Okay, now we see there is some of those fields. Let's try to play for this A, B, C. Sometime it's not going to work, so don't waste too much time here. Full desk, price 100, cost 75, stock quantity I bought 10. Oh, I bought 100, and this brand, new brand, manufacturer, new manufacturer. If it's add or not. So let's do the add and see how it goes. So looks like the information went all the way to the database. How do we test it? Let's go here. We are connected to our database. Where? Right here. No, where is the window? Oh, this is where we run it. So I'll clean this and do a select. Start from products. It's not called product. Yeah, product. Okay, so the save worked, and now we can see that information is here. We can try, or let's try to delete to see if delete is going to work. We're going to click here, okay, and then delete is done. Let's go to the database and search, and it's really deleted. So it's working. I don't like the look and feel. We're going to change this a little bit, but it's there. If all you need is something simple like this, you can just go here and create a new product, or I call like this product one, product name. Oh, sorry, this is SKU. SKU usually is a code like some number. I put something like this, product one, product one, prod one, full name, full product one, price 100. Oh, look, there is something not cool here, but see, it's kind of like, so we have to deal with that later on. Cost, I say 75. Quantity, see, it's kind of keeping a 0 before. It's nasty, but we have to fix that. 100 and then 10, brand A, manufacturer A. So the idea here, for example, instead of type the entire brand and type the entire manufacturer, ideally you should pick up from another table that has the list. So if someone, imagine that he say brand A and another one he changed like one letter, we're gonna have like with two brand description, but not what we need. If it's a very simple thing and where the brand is vary a lot and we don't care, we can just ignore it. All you depend of the business. You have to follow what the business people tell you. Of course, you have to review because sometimes the process itself is not ideal. There is some improvement that can be made, but it's not up for us to engineer to get the decision. Even to come with the list with this product for imagine a startup company or something, is hours and hours and hours of discussion of good people to really get the model, the data model for a product. So let's save it. And now let's edit. So edit button does not work as well. So we can go in and say, oh, the add button, oh, sorry. The add button is working now, but the edit is not. Let's see, because we told him to have the option to add some image. So the image for us is just not the real image, but just like URLs. And this URL will be stored in some, no one is storing their image in the database anymore. We're gonna pay for a storage and then we could have a URL that there is an ID for that product, maybe for the product ID, and then a sequential for the image. So the website can just read it from there. So let's see what happened. I can see that, but does have an on click. So the same. The edit didn't have. So we go back there. Let's reload the page. Go to products and let's try to edit. Okay, we see now. Let's change here from get one field, brand B. And I remember I typed this field, manufacturer B. Let's update. And then see, manufacturer is not working. So I can say this are red, looks like. Manufacturer field is not being saved. Oh, did you see what was there? Oh, I see. The product interface does include the manufacturer field. So when edit is not loaded. Let's fix. And the question is, you knew the field. Why you didn't edit already? Like, I need to be testing to find that. The good thing you're gonna learn use AI is how you can prevent to do mistakes that will make your manager or your team mad. So don't do those kind of mistakes. When someone asks about something, make sure that you do a good review and include everything. So let's go back there, reload, go to products, edit products, and manufacturer B is there. So that's good. Let's now change back to manufacturer A and brand A. And let's update the product. So what we can do now, okay, let's check the tables to see if everything is fine. So let's go to products, run it. And those are the columns. So to match what I did. So we need later on to find a way that we can automate all those tests. So that is one of our unit tests, integration tests, acceptance tests. We need to find, okay, how can I make sure that I will pretend the user is passing all this information. We're gonna use the functionality, and then I go to the database to see if all that information is in there. And as you can see, look, category ID is not here. So what AI did, try to be smart and just say, oh, here is your thing. But I said, well, where is category? What is image? It's not there yet. So I'm wondering how people is going to LinkedIn today and say, oh, Vibe Code is awesome. In just a few minutes, a few hours, I build a full stack application doing everything perfect. But that is not what I see. I cannot deny that is good, is awesome. We can do a lot, but it's far from the perfection and the dream coming true that not everyone, but a lot of people out there claim as true, because this is not happening to me. Maybe I'm not asking correctly. So I say, I can't enter the product category or image. And probably say, oh, sorry, I missed this. Let me edit. So it's good. You have someone that can do the work for you, but you need to do micromanagement. And that is something that for people is not good at all, but for AI, you have to. So now I say, oh, let me edit. How come you knew about it already? Maybe before, maybe it was my bad that I have to be very specific, asking all the details. But let's see. Oh, and by the way, let's try this. I run this guy in the watch mode. This one is already by default watch mode because you run with dev. And let's see how it goes. Yes, that's right, Ethan. It's for me as well. It's amazing. I wanted to keep improving all that, but I don't think how people say is replacing real engineers today. I really don't get that yet. And oh, we are not hiring junior engineers because of AI. How? Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so there is something wrong here. There is something wrong. Yeah, the error is basic, but like no engineer will put a PR or so like missing a. Of course, you're gonna forget why you are typing, but not to tell someone, oh, use this before. We should make sure that it's compiled before. Yeah, that's true. I feel empowered with AI. I can do way more, but it's dangerous because if you are not paying attention to the details, if you're not improving learning, you are the one that be in trouble soon. Okay, so it's there. Let's try to edit it now. So it's not here yet. Maybe it was, oh, when I reload, it's not working. Let's go to the console. Well, could be because that watch is not working. The backend is here. Let me stop the backend. Run again. I do the same for the backend. It doesn't hurt. And this is what I'm trying to avoid. See how much time we are wasting just to have some basic thing right. And I can tell you, a good software engineer that is doing this over and over, of course, will not be done by now, but at least whatever was done will be correctly. So it's a trade-off. And we don't know yet how much time we're gonna waste until this is ready. So let's go back there, try to reload the page, and then let me show this. Still in the browser. Yeah, that's true. When something is really new, AI take a while to really learn it. It's funny, but an engineer that is keeping up with the change will be able to make the update like sooner. So let's see. File instead of imported from this bypass the import issue. And this is something that happens. Sometime what was correct, there is a little mistake, and then I try something completely different and break some rules. So let's just make sure here. I have defined category product interface directly in the product file instead of imported from category set. This bypass the import issue and the category dropdown will work properly now. Let's see. Okay, product. Boom. There is an error handling open dialog. I see this error now. So, is this software engineering? Like, be asking and correct small little mistakes that a junior engineer would not make? Imagine that you have something that you have to fix in a certain amount of time, and then you are dealing with some agent that is going to help you somehow. But I confess that sometimes it's risky to go this way because you're going to waste a lot of time and then you didn't learn anything, you didn't get to any point. But like Italo said, for boring work is amazing. But let's see how it goes. Okay, see the code was got merged correctly. So let's reload, go to products, and now let's edit. And now we can see this. And I only see that, okay, now there is the URL here. We can type the URL. So for example, let me go to public product image URL. Let me just get some. Illustration. Okay, let's get something like this here. Dogs. Who does not like dogs, right? So you copy this URL. And let me put this URL here. Where is category? Look how beautiful category is. There is no category yet. Let's update the product this is, and let's complain. The field layout is a mess. And the category drop has no real estate. So yeah, I'm rethinking about this entire project because how good would be to be taking all this time talking and then fixing. My goal was to show a beginner how you should be careful. I already gave some good examples. So probably, yeah, I may night my bound. I'm gonna keep in doing the work and eventually record some class to explain the progress, where I am, and then that will be better. And my conclusion now is that AI is amazing, but maybe for what I'm trying to achieve here is not that good yet. There is some error and I still, oh, maybe, let's see what is. The change is done. Let's make sure that the front end didn't load. I see that image URL move down here. I paste that URL, but when I edit, it's not saving. So it's boring, no? So looks like, oh, the image URL is not being saved. And now I have to go to everything and ask to be reviewed correctly. So and by the way, look, I want multiple images, so this should not be like this. Should have a grid with all the image. And yeah, let's tell this. We need a section with, yes. Oh, no, I'm not sure what you're gonna change. No, the UI layout is bad. The image should be a grid where each line is. Let's see if it's gonna understand what I'm doing. You keep it. Let's see. Let me redesign. This is where a lot of troubles come from, because I see people complain that they are almost there. They just need to change a little thing, and then AI change everything, even what was not asked to be changed. So let's see how it goes here. Keep it. Okay, let's go back there. There is some big change, so I just gonna be safe and then run again, but still. Okay, let's. No, I didn't want to block this. Come on, I just want to select and copy. Yes, always that get corrupted. There's so much corruption everywhere. So I see a lot of people complain in a larger scale about something like this. You go there, looks cool, it's great, it's almost there, but then boom, everything starts to go south and you don't really know. Here it's not even software engineer, it's just like I'm see the error and I report it. There is no knowledge, but look how much time we are wasting, and we are paying for all this communication because all this like all this subscription, there is something involved here. Let's see, we go back here, let's do a reload. Now we have another bug. Imagine if you were pay a software engineer by this. Oh, I'm gonna pay you for every commit you do, even if it's wrong or not, I'm gonna be paid for it. So there is like a, and I saw sometimes it go over like, oh, I fixed this, or there is this error, let me fix and go. Look how long we are in this call red. So, okay, let's recheck. And uh-oh, still more errors. Imagine you have a junior engineer that is giving you this much trouble. You ask him to do something and he's push it, and then you're gonna see basic thing not working. Okay, let's edit it. Look out. Okay, let's put an image here. Oh, not this. This is so sick. Okay, let's add a new image. Oh, look, it's kind of this. I can add those images here. Let me cancel it. I will copy this one. And this is nasty. Okay, the idea, I guess, is I save it here, update product. Let's edit. There is no image there. I add another one. So look. Okay, guys. Today said I was playing a short class. I will end this thing here, and I will rethink how I should proceed with this project because it's not going well. But okay, well, thank you for you that joined. Have a nice weekend. See you. God bless you. Bye. Okay, guys. Today said I was playing a short class. I will end this thing here, and I will rethink how I should proceed with this project because it's not going well.